Yeah, earlier this week, I'm sure you remember the man who drove his van into London's Finsbury Park Mosque in the UK. Muslim worshippers were attacked as they attended prayers during Ramadan. Today, though, the first day of Eid, people in Britain are coming together alongside those celebrating Eid as a mark of solidarity. And we're going to talk to Mohammed Shafiq about it, Chief Executive of the Ramadhan Foundation, a leading Muslim organisation in the UK working for peaceful coexistence and dialogue for all communities. Joining us from Manchester, Eid Mubarak to you, first of all. Thank you for coming on the show today. What's the atmosphere been like, given what we've seen happening in the UK in the last few weeks? What's it been like today?
It's very subdued. We are just 4 weeks after the Manchester terrorist attacks, and in the space of that 4 weeks, we've had the London Bridge attacks, and we've also had the attack on the Finsbury Park Mosque. So Eid is obviously, as you said, a time of celebration, a time of community and coming together. But it's subdued. Muslims are anxious, concerned. I think this morning, one of the Muslim women worshippers, for example, in Newcastle, a northern city, lost control of her car. And within seconds, there was panic and people assumed there was another attack happening. So people are really concerned and upset. But above all, one is showing solidarity and support and love for the victims and their families who won't be celebrating this Eid because of the fact they lost their loved ones.
Yeah, I don't want to be defeatist, but is that the world we now live in, or at least for the time being we do live in, where, as you say, something like that happened in Newcastle today, and immediately people are thinking it's an attack?
Yeah, I just think people are coming to terms with the new reality of terrorism. For many years, we've said that we face a threat from an ideology of terrorists that want to use violence to harm innocent people in this country. And for so long, our intelligence agencies and police have done a fantastic job in keeping us safe. But recently, we've had 3 such attacks, and terrorists from both the right-wing community and from the Muslim community have got through. So, yeah, I think people are learning to live with this threat. Remember, we had a threat from IRA terrorism over 30 years during the 80s and 90s. So I think it's in there. People know about it. But I think above all, people are subdued and want to celebrate because it's our religious requirement, but also want to show love and affection for the victims and their families.
How do you feel about things, and we hope they will, improving over the next however long it might be, just given the general climate in the world at the moment and post-Brexit Britain and other sorts of things? What are your sort of hopes and fears for the future?
It's just so sad that there is terrorism and extremism going on around the world. And we have, for example, if I may say so, the attacks against Al Jazeera, which are deplorable, trying to stop a free press, where, the Middle Eastern countries, the Gulf countries, for example, should be focusing on supporting Qatar and supporting the rest of the Muslim world in defeating this ideology rather than making up allegations. I think that's a really important thing. The world looks to leadership from these Muslim countries, and it requires unity of purpose and not denigrating a great institution like Al Jazeera. So, you guys at Al Jazeera have my support and solidarity as well.
And we thank you for that, Mohammed. Mohammed Shafiq joining us from Manchester on this day of Eid. So,